Yeah, as we know, the theme for this morning is what matters, and something that's mattered to me for a long time has been wanting to start my own business. So I thought I'd talk you through the process that we've gone through to launch our startup, Shoes of Prey. So Shoes of Prey is a design your own women's shoe fashion label. You can visit our website. We've built an online shoe designer. So you can custom design your own shoes, which we then hand make and ship to you. We launched Shoes of Prey 4 months ago, and the process that we've gone through to start the business can be broken down into 4 key steps. So I thought I'd talk you through those this morning. So the first step for starting a business is to put together a founding team. And I think there's two important aspects to putting together a good founding team. Firstly, you want a group of people who all get along and can work well together. And secondly, you want people who have a good complementary skill set. So for us with Shoes of Prey, I'm one of 3 co-founders. Mike, Jody and I met about 10 years ago while studying law. On the first point of all getting along together and being able to work well together, Jody and I are now married, so obviously we get on well together. Mike was a groomsman at our wedding, and we've been friends with him for years, so we get on well with him too. The 3 of us have done sort of a few different startups over the years, part-time, or we're working our full-time jobs. So we've got a bit of an idea of what it's like to work together and know each other's strengths and weaknesses. To the second point of having a complementary skill sets, Mike's a software engineer. He spent 4 years at Google, so he's built our online shoe designer, and he looks after the website of our business. Jody's got a background in advertising, and she's worked with a lot of fashion labels, and she's the one with a passion for the product, customised women's shoes. They weren't really my thing until fairly recently. And my background, Jody looks after the marketing and the PR side of the business, and I guess she's the public face of the business as well. My background's kind of business operations, and I look after business operations and online marketing for the business. I worked at the retailer Supercheap Auto Group for a couple of years, and then joined Mike at Google and worked there in advertising sales for the last 2.5 years. So that's how we put together our founding team. The second step was funding the business. From a Shoes of Prey perspective, we'd all worked on startups together over the years, and a couple of years ago we sort of decided that maybe down the track we'd want to have a go at something full-time. So we all agreed that we'd save up some money so that we could fund the business ourselves, and so we'd have enough money to be able to go 2 years without needing to draw a salary from the business. So we did that, and we've self-funded Shoes of Prey. And I think that's, if you're looking at starting a business or a project like this, I think that's a really good way to go. It's been great for us because it's meant we haven't had to spend all the time that a lot of businesses need to do to raise funding. We've been able to just focus on the business. And it means we've got to the point now where we've launched and we're profitable, and we still own 100% of the business, which is great. The third step to commercialising a business is suppliers or finding good partners. And for Shoes of Prey, it was we outsource the manufacturing of our shoes, which is obviously a critical part of our business. For us, we wanted to find shoe manufacturers who we could build a really good long-term relationship with and who were a really good fit for our business. So we've invested a lot of time in building those relationships and partnerships with our suppliers. And most startups are going to have to work with other businesses in some way or other partners in some way. And I think it's really important to anyone you work with, invest a lot of time in getting to know them and making sure that there's a good cultural fit and that you're going to have a good long-term relationship. The other thing that we've done on the partnership side, because the shoe manufacturing is so critical to our business, we've got 2 suppliers that we work with, so that if ever there's an issue with one of the suppliers, we've got a second supplier that we're already working with, so we can our business is not left without shoes, which would be pretty disastrous for us. The final step to commercialising a business is thinking through marketing and how you're going to get the word out about your business to people. There's no point in building the world's greatest product if people don't hear about it, so you need to plan that in advance. For us, the way we came at marketing for the business, we decided originally that we wanted to do something in the online retail space, and we decided that we wanted a product that would be that was a little bit unique and different, so we could get people talking about it, so that getting the media to write about us wouldn't be too difficult, and we could focus on PR to market the business. And with the growth of social networks, we wanted something that people just organically wanted to talk about and could share on those social networks. and women love talking about shoes and love fashion and designing their own shoes, so we felt that was a good fit. So Jodie had been, as I mentioned before, Jodie had been designing her own shoes for a number of years, and we sort of put two and two together that the kind of product that we're looking for, what she'd been doing with designing her own shoes fit what we wanted to do and how we wanted to market our business. So that's basically the 4 steps we've gone through to commercialize the business. I love talking to interesting people and meeting other people doing startups, so if you want to get in touch, that's my Twitter username, and we've got a blog, 22michaels.com, where we talk through the process of starting the business, so if you want to join us there, you're welcome as well. Thanks.